Respect, you don't know this is Mr. Vegas. Don't shut off the camera yet. Cause you are got tired to see me face. Can't get me out of the race. Now big up all the people that hate what I'm about. Because you can't hate me, because if you hate me, that means you hate yourself, because we are from the same atom. So you must hate what I am about, and I can understand and respect that, because many people cannot fathom it. And big up the people that love Mr. Vegas. I love you back. And I love the people who hate Mr. Vegas. They hate Mr. Vegas as well. But I have to share this with you because I personally feel in my heart and soul that if I do not share it, you will never hear about it, or it will never surface, based on the corrupted system that we have. Many of you may not care about this, but some do. And this can be something to learn from. This can be something that the government may address. The incident on Monday. This is from the Strata. The Strata is the board that mans the property. The incident on Monday. Most, if not all of you, would have seen the viral videos in which it appears that Mr. Woolery, that's the licensed firearm holder, is being attacked by Mr. Brown, the security guard, and then physically restrained by King Alarm personnel after shooting Mr. Brown. Unfortunately, the videos do not capture the entire series of events that culminated in the shooting. Specifically, it did not capture only minutes before when, according to Mr. Brown, Mr. Woolery, who is the licensed firearm holder, of unit such and such, and Mr. such and such of unit such and such, entered the guardhouse with him in it and closed the door while they beat him with fist and gun, while Mr. such and such of unit such and such stood outside, apparently keeping watch to ensure that no one intervened. Occupants have reported that it was upon hearing a commotion, presumably the beating, they called King Alarm and the police. It appears that Mr. Such and Such left the scene before King Alarm got there. The viral videos do not capture when Mr. Woolery pulled his firearm before King Alarm arrived, but in the presence of Mr. Such and Such of unit such and such. Let me read it again. It appears that no, the viral videos also do not capture when Mr. Woolery, the licensed firearm holder I'm talking about, pulled his firearm before King Alarm arrived, but in the presence of such and such of unit such and such. This was captured by our surveillance cameras. It is indeed ironic that these surveillance cameras that were installed to keep external negative elements in check support Mr. Brown's, the security guard, allegations. The fact that a brazen attack against the security guard occurred at a time when the residents were home, when many residents were home and could intervene, speaks volume. I want to just read that last part again. This was captured by our surveillance cameras. It is indeed ironic that these surveillance cameras that were installed to keep external negative elements in check support Mr. Brown's allegations. Now, many people may not want to hear that. But I would advise some people to call for a thorough investigation into this matter. The reason why, the law of Jamaica, the Constitution, is for everyone to follow and everyone to respect, not just some. Not just if you have a little bit of money and a licensed firearm. Secondly, if you use a licensed firearm to commit any form of illegal activity or activities, that firearm becomes illegal. 2. An investigation needs to be carried out, and the footages that the surveillance camera captured needs to be addressed by the police, and we should see a police report on the findings. As a citizen of Jamaica, I require such. No one is above the law in this country. No one. If you're poor, you're a citizen. If you're rich, you're a citizen. I am really counting on the security board and the government, the leaders, Dr. Ford, who's a champion for poor people, Dr. Jephthah Ford, Hera Blair, and all the people to get involved in this situation. If the law was broken and a citizen's constitutional rights were violated prior to what we are seeing on the internet, we need to know. I know a lot of you have passed your judgment and you have already convicted the security. If what he's saying is true, we have to understand that you have a thing called brain that is housed in your head. Many people, they get hit in their head, according to a lot of reports that you can check online to verify. Or if you have ever been hit in the head. And then they start to think irrational. We do not know if this was one such case, based on what we are seeing or what we saw. I will advise the public to hold your fire. Don't execute us as yet. Think about your child. When you send your child to school, work, or wherever, if they should be attacked by anyone who think they has the power to do so, I do not think any licensed firearm holder would go into the garrison and beat anyone up if this was the case and then turn their back to the person, or still on the scene causing another commotion. That's just me. I respect your hate. I understand it. But love and hate could never be friend. So it's either you love the poor or you hate the poor. It's either you love the less fortunate or you hate the less fortunate. Big up on yourself worldwide.
Hi guys, so welcome. As you guys saw, Mr. Vegas was explaining what took place earlier to the altercation where the security guard was shot where he was present and he was actually a bystander videotaping. And a lot of people were saying that why was Mr. Vegas videotaping and why was he present, and why when the guard got shot he literally stood there and videotaped and did not do anything at all. And I find that this is an epidemic with Jamaicans, and I've done plenty of videos about it because they seem not to want to help bystanders when accidents occur. And quite frankly, it is very, very annoying. It's something that I've talked about plenty of times on my channel, and it needs to be addressed. He also went as far as trying to call out Conscience in one of his videos and saying that Conscience is not a Jamaican because Conscience defended the licensed firearm holder. And that to me is very foolish because Jamaicans living abroad, US, Canada and the UK, accounts for a big part of Jamaica's economy. We help stabilize Jamaica's economy. So whether you're living over abroad or in Jamaica, you have a say about what goes on in that country. But back to the topic at hand, a lot of people are saying that the licensed firearm holder needs to be held accountable and there needs to be a full investigation, and he should have never beaten the guard up. And I totally agree. No one is above the law, and I do think that a full investigation needs to be done, which they are actually doing. And he needs to be held accountable for his action, but that's for a court of law to do, whether they're going to prosecute him or not, or take away his licensed firearm or not, or charge him or not. That's for the JCF and for them to figure out. But what I want you guys to tell me in the comment section is, do you think that the licensed firearm holder acted as self-defense, or do you think that he is going to go to jail because he actually assaulted the guard earlier? Do you think he will walk away from this case because he hired a top attorney, Peter Champagne, who is also Vybz Kartel's lawyer? And you know Peter Champagne doesn't lose cases very often. Do you think that they're going to take his firearm licenses away, or he's going to get charged, or do you think that he's going to walk away based on the fact that the guard tried to attack him from the back and he can use self-defense? Do you think that Mr. Vegas was right also to just stand there and say that this man is dead when the man is right there walking around live and well, when he could have used his phone and called an ambulance or helped him out or something? Comment in the comment section and tell me what you guys think. I quite frankly think that Mr. Vegas has been in the business for a very long time, and he knows exactly how to use media and stay relevant. But that's neither here nor there. Comment in the comment section and tell me what you guys think about this story. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to your girl here on YouTube. I'm up out of here, man. Deuces.